which is to say that it sucked, but we didn't recognize that it sucked. So Scott Baio used to be famous, all right? Then he stopped being famous, and he played his used to be famous card by getting a reality show that's about the fact that he used to be famous. He's now like 45 years old, which means that he's probably going to live for 35 years. Given that he had to play his I used to be famous card just like 10 short years after he was legitimately famous, you figure maybe he can play it one more time 5 years from now. So that'll be 30. So, okay, maybe some of you know who Scott Baio is, but I would wager that none of your 5-year-old siblings know who Scott Baio is, nor will they ever. Ever. Period. Definitively. So that means that Scott Baio is going to be, that means that Scott Baio is going to be remembered by, say, current 15-year-olds, which means there's a 30-year difference, which means that Scott Baio bites it at 80, and then you, who watch Happy Days, kindly live to be 80 as well, and then you bite it, and he's been remembered for 30 years after his death. Let us take another example. Let us take the example of a bad high school English teacher. A bad high school English teacher who has like a 3% being remembered by her students forever rate, which I think is unusually low, but we'll just say that she's exceptionally bad at teaching. That teacher retires at 65. The last year that she teaches 200 kids. That means statistically she changes 3 of their lives forever. Those kids, she dies at 80 when they're 30. Those kids remember her and make a difference, and she has made a difference in their lives, and her life goes on for 50 years after she dies. That high school English teacher is so much more famous, according to that definition of fame, than Scott Baio can ever be. I would argue that if you want to be remembered after you die, being a teacher or a librarian is a far, far better way than being a crap actor.
Truth.
I think the reason, I can only speak for myself and maybe for Hank, but I think the reason that people feel an impulse toward fame and celebrity in the current culture is because we want people to acknowledge the reality of our feelings and the reality of our experiences, and to acknowledge that what happens to us matters. When someone dumps us, it is so painful that we think it should be on the cover of Us Weekly, and it should. There should be people who acknowledge how serious what we're going through is, and it's difficult to find that in the world because everyone is busy dealing with their own crap, and it's really, really hard to find people who imagine you well. That is the challenge that we all face, though, as humans who live in a world that's full of other humans, to imagine people more complexly, to be more empathic, and that's the challenge that Q faces in Paper Towns, and also, we learn at the end, the challenge that Margot has been facing all along. That's my spiel about Paper Towns. What do we do now? Oh, no. No, we save that for the end, at the earliest. I think we're going to do Question Tuesday. So, I think Catherine is also available for Question Tuesday. If you have any questions for the Catherine, or any questions for us. Is Katrina here, by the way? Hi, Katrina. I just wanted to say hi. Wall of Weird is here, YouTuber.